and subsequently into entrepreneurship. I'll just give you a brief about TSIC. TSIC, Telangana State Innovation Cell, is an initiative by the IT-ENC Department of Government of Telangana. It was set up in 2017 under the State Innovation Policy, and today it acts as the first response of Government of Telangana for identifying innovations and enterprises and innovation catalysts to foster this culture of innovation. Without further ado, let me just introduce you to the first speaker of the day, Dr. Shanta Kautam. Dr. Shanta Kautam is the Chief Innovation Officer to the Government of Telangana. Prior to this, she has worked as the Vice President of Corporate Innovation and Business Development at T-Hub, post which she was the official on special duty for textiles and handicrafts for the Government of Telangana. And today she serves as the Chief Innovation Officer and also the Chief Executive Officer for Telangana State Innovation Cell. So I welcome Shanta. Over to you.
Thank you, Sohana. Good afternoon, guys. It's winter, December, but still, little sultry and little humid. But thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sure it will be really, enlightening for you to be part of this workshop. I wanted to kind of emphasize that this is happening for the first time in Telangana and Hyderabad. So all the, we have to kind of congratulate Professor Gupta for choosing Hyderabad to host this workshop for all of you guys. Okay? We thought about you guys. Why? Because we are innovating. Okay, when it comes to India Innovation Index, Telangana stands number 2. So Telangana is innovating. Telangana is innovating and solving the problems which are at the grassroots level. Now all the challenges that we have at the grassroots level. We have our esteemed Ganesham sir, the president of Palestrijana here, and he is another stalwart who is looking into how we can come up with innovations for the benefit of Telangana people. And again, let's not stop at Telangana people. Let's innovate for the benefit of India, for the world. Right? We have to aim to fall at the stars so that we can reach at the sky. So sir says, let's innovate for the benefit of Telangana, but I aspire is all of you guys, the future of Telangana, you have to innovate for the benefit of the world. So Telangana State Innovation Cell, as Sohail said, we have a few of our innovators here sitting amongst all of us. So what we do is, the vision is to foster the culture of innovation at every household. प्रति इंట్లో ఒక ఇన్నోవేటర్ ఉండాలి. हर घर में एक इनोवेटर रहना चाहिए. But we are innovating and we do have an innovator at every household. But what is happening? Nobody knows what they are innovating. So the duty is with us that we have to recognize these innovators, ensure we nurture them, their innovations, and we scale and we disseminate their innovations. So Telangana State Innovation Cell, from 2017, what we are doing is, we are reaching out to the people at the 33 districts of Telangana. Every household of 33 districts of Telangana, and we are sensitizing people about innovation. If India is given the second, and Telangana is given the second rank when it comes to India Innovation Index, every household should know what is innovation, what is, what is the process to innovate, like how can we solve our own grassroots problems. So what we do is we sensitize people. We use government officials, the district officials, to reach out to the last mile, every household. Prati intiki, how we are kind of reaching out is through the government officials, the district officials who are helping us. So through our Indita Innovator program, which happens every year, so what we do is, from the month of May, June, July, from the month of May, we scout innovations through a very simple WhatsApp number. We ensure people reach out to us, and then we recognize them and we showcase their innovations on 15th of August. Every year we have been doing that. So we have another flagship program, School Innovation Challenge, again We are going after school students from 6th to 10th grade. We are sensitizing them. We are sensitizing the students, the teachers, the principals, and also like we are going all the way to district science officers, education officers. Everybody should understand innovation. Everybody should know what kind of grassroots level problems are existing in Telangana and in India, and how would we solve problems. I'm sure most of you guys are also innovating in your college campuses. But it's just like you have to ensure you come to us, and then we will help you to take your innovation to the next level. Ganesham sir will definitely talk a lot about how Pallas Srijana is going to the villages through the show the yatras to mingle with the village, the people in the village settings, to be part of their livelihood and see what kind of problems are there, how they are solving these problems, the grassroots innovations. So all of us in the Telangana ecosystem are doing our own bit to ensure we are innovating and we are having a very progressive and a comprehensive innovation ecosystem in Telangana. So most of you guys might have heard about T-Hub. T-Hub is looking into all the emerging technologies which are kind of, got traction and wanted to kind of go to the global settings. But Telangana State Innovation Cell, we are staying at the grassroots. We are fostering the rural innovations across the 33 districts of Telangana. So today I am so happy to be part of this event and have Telangana State Innovation Cell bring together all of you guys to promote this workshop. Again, Professor Gupta sir will explain more about and also Ganesham sir will also talk about rural innovation. They will deep dive into that. But today we are hosting this workshop to promote. I'm sure all of you guys will get this Honeybee Network Creativity and Inclusive Innovation Awards, India Awards. Sir has been doing this globally, but this time, for the first time, they are doing in India. And guess what? You guys can apply for this. You guys, if you are innovating, and you should definitely apply for this. 31st December is the deadline. And, still 2023, I'm stuck. Do not get used to the 2024. Yes, 31st January 2024 is the deadline. Ensure not just you, but you go back to your campus setting, and if you have your peer, your colleague or your friend who is innovating, they apply too. Okay? Let's ensure we get maximum number of applicants from Telangana. Guys, have some energy. The idea is why we are promoting, why we are holding this workshop to enlighten you guys about with more examples. We have good number of innovators who are sitting amongst you, as I said. Go talk to them and see what kind of innovations they are working on, what kind of grassroots challenges they are solving. So, I'll not take much of the time, but I'll be around and I'll have the subject matter experts to talk about the grassroots innovations and like what kind of rural innovations which are emerging from Telangana and from across India. So thank you so much once again for joining us today. Please make sure you have good number of questions for both these subject matter experts. We are there too. Telangana State Innovation Cell is around. All the team members are here. We'll be happy to do the hand holding for you, even if you wanted to apply for these awards. But having said that, I'll ask Ganesham sir and Professor Gupta to enlighten you guys and ensure, as I said, Telangana, more innovators should emerge from our state and more of our applicants should aim for these awards. Let's do it? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shanta, for setting the context. And now let's move on to the first speaker of the day, who happens to be a pioneer in his field, in the field of grassroots innovations, and who's had extensive work and experience in working both with the government and also with the stakeholders outside the government. So, Professor Anil Gupta, who currently is a visiting faculty at GIAN Ahmedabad, who's taught there for the last 36 years, and he has also been a visiting faculty at IIT Bombay. He is the proud founder of the Honeybee Network, Srishti, Gujarat Innovation Augmentation Network, GIAN, and also associated with the National Innovation Foundation. Professor Gupta, I welcome you on stage, and please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Namaskar. A very warm greeting for the new year. I'll begin with an encounter I just had a few minutes ago. One of my belief, a firm belief in life is that the day you are not surprised, you have not lived. You have just existed. So I had my moment of surprise just now. I met an innovator thanks to Brigadier Ganeshan, Mohammed Khwaja. I think he's here. And can you believe he showed me something I have never seen in my life? He has developed a mobile thresher. Mobile thresher, thresher, you understand? A machine which separates grain from the husk. Every grain, castor, groundnut, wheat, paddy, the grain is covered with a husk. So to remove that, you need a thresher. He has designed a mobile thresher which threshes 21 different crops. I have never heard of that. Give a big hand. Hello, Doc. I am proud of him, and thanks to Brigadier Ganeshan that I asked him, मुझे तुम्हारे साथ फोटो खिंचवाना है. People ask me most of the time, नहीं, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ, मैं जाता हूँ कहीं पर लोग कहते हैं सर आपके साथ फोटो खिंचवाना है. Today I asked him, I want to photograph with you. Because that is what grassroots innovators deserve. They deserve the maximum attention of ours. आपके कॉलेज में, आपके आसपास कहीं भी कोई ऐसे लोग हैं तो उनको हमें पहचानना है. Thank you so much, Khwaja. This is wonderful what you have done. You made my day. And there are people like him who are not known around the world. Now, people in 115 countries where we are working with UNDP Lab Network will know about him by tonight. This is my promise to him. Because that is what Honeybee Network can do. It can give voice, visibility and velocity. आवाज देता है, पहचान देता है और रफ्तार देता है. तीनों चीज देता है. आवाज क्योंकि उनको वो हम बोलते हैं, when most of the time they can't even articulate their ideas very loudly. बड़े timid होते हैं, shy होते हैं, hesitate करते हैं. And of course, they need visibility. आप सबके सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट हैं, है ना? How many times have you shared innovations? Raise hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand the problem? You understand the problem? You share trivia all the time. वहाँ खाना खाया, उसके साथ बात की, वहाँ घूमा, क्या क्या शेयर करते हो. But you don't share what needs to be shared, which will give us hope, which will make us have confidence in our capabilities. And my appeal to all of you is, today, you will see many innovations. Both of us will share with you many ideas. Some we both have known each other, we have visited together. And these innovations need to be shared through your network. This campaign, hbncriia, Honeybee Network Creativity and Inclusive Innovation Award, share that. GIAN.org/hbncriia-india. That is the address at which you will find all the details. If you want to send us an email about your ideas and innovations, hbncriia-india@gian.org. This is the email address. Send us as many entries as you wish. And remember, your parents, your brother and sister, your tiny brothers, school-going kids, they can also submit an idea. The youngest child we gave an award was class 1. Can you believe it? Class 1 from Virudnagar near Madurai. Chris Anant was his name. And he saw his father doing vacuum cleaning. उसके पिताजी वैक्यूम क्लीनिंग करते ना घर पर स्वीपर से. So he had shoes which make sound. चूचू की आवाज आती है ना बच्चे खेलते हैं. Action shoes. So he asked his father, why do my shoes make sound? Father said, there is a whistle. This was smart. He said, there is a whistle, the air must be going out. Father said, yes. Then air must be coming in. Father said, yes. Then why can't my shoes be vacuum cleaner? His mother earlier complained, गंदा करते हो, बोलती है, Chris आके चल लो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर. And Dr. Kalam had to lift him from the ground on the table. छोटा सा बच्चा था, इतना बड़ा, उसको टेबल पर खड़ा किया, फिर उसको अवार्ड दिया. Class 1. If a class 1 kid can get a national award, there is no reason why you can't. I was very happy when Shanta said that we had some entries from Telangana. It is not for nothing that we have joined hand with you, because we have seen over the years Telangana has outstood both in the presidential awards and in the award various kind, district level and national level. And we invited several innovators to People Festival of Innovation at India International Center, 28 November to 2nd December in Delhi, from TSIC. So if they were not worthy, we wouldn't invite them, isn't it? We invited from all over the country. So there is an opportunity. TSIC is providing you a platform. We are very appreciative of that. And this platform can be harnessed to its fullest potential if more of you submitted ideas. We should aim at least 1,000 ideas. At least 1,000. कर सकते हैं आप लोग? हाँ? 1,000 चाहिए, इससे कम नहीं काम नहीं चलेगा. 1,000 ideas, possible innovations. करेंगे आप लोग? So it is possible that there is a law of large numbers, you know. The probability of getting some, at least few of them get a national award, increases manifold. And people like Khwaja will remain hidden otherwise if we will not search more such people. Whether in agriculture, energy, waste management, sanitation, livelihood, industry, vegetative, herbal products, any domain. There is no restriction of domain and there is no restriction on professional background. Right from class 1 to PhD, anybody can submit ideas. So I would like to, is it connected? ये थोड़ा हुआ है. Yeah, So we are looking for ideas from anyone and everyone, and we are wanting that these innovative ideas should not remain ideas, should become proof of concept, product, utilities. When we started HBN Network 35 years ago, grassroots innovation word नहीं था language के अंदर. This phrase didn't exist. We invented it. Today all over the world people are using this word, sometimes loosely, sometimes hard to do, but it is being used. This is one area where UNDP took our help in building the capacity of innovation labs in 115 countries in 2 batches. I and Anamika, my colleague, taught a course called MIST, Management of Inclusive Innovation for Social Transformation. 2 batches, 60 countries and 31 countries. And when I told Shanta that we will spread these ideas to 115 countries, it is that network where these ideas will go immediately. And you never know, we call it G2G model. आपका B2B, B2C होता है ना? ये G2G सुना है कभी? क्या होता है G2G? बोलो बोलो बोलो. Guess करो.
Government.
नहीं, और सोचो.
Government to government. Government to government.
और बोलो.
Grassroots to
Somebody should
grassroots.
surprise me.
Grassroots to grassroots.
Grassroots to?
Grassroots.
और बोलो. हैं? नहीं नहीं नहीं.
Grassroots to global.
हाँ?
Grassroots to global.
That's right, क्या नाम तुम्हारा?
Tanish.
हाँ?
Tanish.
तनिष्क के लिए तालीम जा रही है भाई. I wanted to have, I'm sure whenever you raise your expectations, there is someone who rises to them. I think one of the problems with our society is we reduce expectations from our friends. And that potential.
Did it look good?
One thing which holds up our potential is we get satisfied with too little too early. हमें जल्दी से संतुष्ट नहीं होना है. G to G is grassroots to global. Globalization means large corporations selling things to small people. The reverse globalization. Grassroots की चीजें दुनिया में जाएंगी. That's our dream, and it will happen. It will happen with all of your cooperation. You will be able to do that, surely. Now, this is my appeal to all of you: how to unfreeze our imagination. Almost everybody here has killed more ideas of himself or herself. सही बात है? आप सब ने अपने ideas का murder किया है. You're all murderers. Don't mind my saying this. But there have been times when you had an idea, बाद में जब कहीं किसी ने कर लिया तो बोला, अरे ये तो मैंने भी सोचा था. तो क्या करें हम सोचने का? जब आया था तब तो बताया नहीं आपने. So please have the courage to stand out and be counted for your ideas. ये देख रहे हो भाई? ये फोटो मेरे को बहुत पसंद है. ये तीनों बतख जो हैं ये एक दिशा में जा रही हैं. My favorite बतख is you know why? She has the courage to move in her own direction. We are looking for people who can stand up for what they believe in and try to do it even if nobody else supports you. बाकी लोग बोल रहे हैं तो बेकार टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो. हाँ भी करने दो मेरे को टाइम वेस्ट. मैं कम से कम आलतू में डाउनलोड तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So it is very important that we stand up for what we believe in and look for this oddity. It is not necessary that all of you will have new ideas, but some people are good in ideas, some are good in implementation, some are good in diffusion. You can do your bit. In the ecosystem needs all kinds of people. एक ही तरह के लोगों से काम नहीं चलेगा ना. There are people who are very good in implementation. There are people who are very good in business. वो कुछ भी किसी को बेच सकते हैं. So now we need all kinds of people in the network, and this is very important that we do that. So we are giving voice, visibility, and velocity, as I mentioned to you. A nameless, faceless person comes in contact with the network and gets an identity. This is what we do. बहुत से लोग गुमनाम थे, किसी कोई जानता नहीं था उनको आज. And such people could get the award at the hand of Honorable President. I have worked with 5 presidents. है ना? मैं आराम से कहानी सुनाऊंगा. तो उनको अवार्ड मिला और कुछ उनमें से राष्ट्रपति भवन में रहे 2-2 सप्ताह तक for 2 weeks as a guest of the president. मैं कभी नहीं रहा राष्ट्रपति भवन में, but they stayed. It's not a small honor. No other country in the world does this, where grassroots innovators stay as a guest of Honorable President of India, head of the state. But this has happened in our country, and we can do more. We can do more. So this I have told you earlier, that if you are not surprised on a particular day, then you must regret that. Look, what happened? 24 hours, not one moment when I said, my God, I didn't know this. I got my moment today when I met Khwaja. Thank you. Now this is very important for us to realize that our knowledge is expanding. Feelings are this much. Action is this much. We can't feel about everything, I agree. I also cannot feel about everything. And I cannot act on all feeling, that also I agree. But should it be such acute? इतना acute एंगल होना चाहिए. थोड़ा shape change करना है इस triangle का. We have to feel more and we have to act more. And there is no better time to act than today. बाकी कल जो चला गया उसका तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते, लेकिन आने वाले कल के लिए हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. We can start acting on our ideas as early as we can. And this is very important to also remember. बड़ा आसान है innovation को समझना. I will give you a very simple matrix. There are 4 dimensions: method, material, एप्लीकेशन एंड डिलीवरी सिस्टम, चार में से एक नया होना चाहिए कम से कम। चारों नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम एक नया होना है। एस्पिरिन वाज अ ड्रग फॉर हेडेक, सेम मॉलिक्यूल, ओल्ड मटेरियल, old method, but when it was found useful for blood thinner, as a blood thinner, that was a new application. That was innovation. During COVID, we didn't have any drug. Various drugs were repurposed. Very quickly, scientists found them. That was innovation. Earlier, because that disease was not known, that problem was not known. So how would we do research on something that we didn't know? That was happening first time in the history of humankind. So naturally, at that moment, you have to repurpose the existing solutions, and that's also an innovation. Very simple. So you can make a difference, and you can make a difference by writing to us at, as I said, hbncriia-india@GIAN.org. Very simple. Just write to us, send your ideas and innovations, and we will treat them with due respect and due scrutiny. Not everybody will be original, not everybody will be equally distinctive, but some will be. And we don't know who it will be. The jury will decide that. But we make an effort that the potential of these ideas gets full potential. And those of you who are engineering, those for engineers, we have another competition called as Jati Award, Gandhi Young Technological Innovation Award. We will treat these entities for that award also, for technology. So very important that we realize the mission of our day, which is to map the innovations, map the creativity, tap the innovations, and tap the inertia. Inertia is the one which makes puncture in our tube. क्या होता है when we have ideas, tension build up. When we try to solve a problem, और उसी समय आपने फोन उठाया और थोड़ा सारी टेंशन गई, होता है ऐसा, है ना? Phone has done a great damage. एक सितार हो, सितार का देखा आपने, सुना है ना सितार? सारंगी, सितार, म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट. If wire is too loose, no music will come. If wire is too tight, it will break. We need an optimal tension to get the music. In life also, we need optimal tension. But many times our young people dissipate the tension by looking at the phone. Tension जहाँ ज़्यादा हुआ, उसी समय आप फोन को देख लेते हो, और the urgent becomes important, not important becomes the urgent. बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम, बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम. If supposing you didn't reply to that message for one day, will somebody die? कुछ नहीं होगा. पहले चिट्ठियाँ लिखते थे हम लोग, 2 दिन में जवाब देते थे. बहुत अच्छी दुनिया चल रही थी. अभी उसी समय जवाब देना है, क्यों देना है जवाब? सुना नहीं, मेरे पास जब टाइम हो तो मैं जवाब दूँगा. Develop this habit that your thoughts deserve concentrated attention. Please don't dilute your attention, don't dilute your attention by dissipating it in trivia. This is a great problem that we want to solve. And I would only appeal to you that when you are doing serious job about finding solution to a problem, keep the phone away. Silent में कर दो, दूर रखो. Then probably you will be able to get attention and retain it to solve that problem. It's very important part, very important lesson that we all need to learn. So this is important. We have passion. Passion needs purpose. Purpose needs process. Process के बिना कुछ नहीं होता है. We have to discipline our life. And this process can lead to performance if there is a platform. Unless we do not provide that platform to all of you, TSIC provides the platform to all of you, and we provide it at the national level. And these platforms are available to you to give direction, momentum to your passion. But passion with a purpose and process will only lead to performance. It will not happen otherwise. Let me ask a simple question about performance. How many of you have upload to download ratio more than 1? कोई है जिसका अपलोड टू डाउनलोड रेशियो, कितना जीबी अपलोड किया और कितना जीबी डाउनलोड किया, अपलोड ज्यादा किया डाउनलोड कम किया, बताओ ना कोई है तो। एंड वी वांट टू बी विश्व गुरु, क्वेश्चन ही नहीं उठता। देयर इज नो वे a society which is the consumer of global content but does not produce content which the rest of the world will follow can never get it. I am telling you honestly in front of everyone. I give an example. Last year, two of my students, Zainul Khan and Vedika Kaushal, asked me a question. They were in IMA, my students from IMA Airport. At that time, we were studying at IMA. We have joined a company, we have time on weekend. Can we do something? I said, yes. I wrote a paper in 2003 on opportunity in expired patents and abundant patents, but I didn't do anything. Can you make a database? You know what they did? In few months, they made a database of 1 million abundant US patents. 1 million! Available at GIAN.org, free! Open access, no registration required, no password required. तो हमारा तो अपलोड रेशियो बढ़ गया ना एकदम। दुनिया में नहीं मिलेगा आपको कहीं पर, बना दिया। Thanks to the students. I couldn't have done it. So you have a lot of power. That's what I'm trying to say. Students have enormous power. They can do things that we only imagine because you have energy. And you have not yet learned to say it is not possible. For you, a lot of things are possible. So therefore this happened. We have another database, techpedia.in. Techpedia.in, I'll show you those links. Techpedia.in has 200,000 student projects by 500,000 students in our country. Why did we make this database? Techpedia was made because we didn't want any student to do what has been done before. We want to raise originality coefficient. कोई भी जिंदगी एक, all of us are unique. Are you not unique? A unique person cannot do what has been done. A unique person is expected to do unique things. गलत है? ये सही बात है। So how can a unique soul, unique person do something which is trivial, which has been done before? We cannot do it. That's not fair. You are downloading your individuality, your identity, your personality. I don't expect any one of you to do me too kind of solution. उसने ये किया, मैंने इसके लेकर किया, ऐसा नहीं करना। That's the reason we made this, and I can assure you that this will be a very powerful potential. This is a triangle. 97 में हमने बनाया ये triangle. We realized in 97 when GIAN was set up that this triangle, innovation, investment, and enterprise. Not all the three things will be found in one person or one place. Somebody is good in investment, somebody is good in enterprise, somebody is good in innovation. That is the challenge. We have to bring them together. But the transaction costs of bringing them together are very high. How do we reduce that? So she used the word hand-holding. That is one way in which we reduce the transaction cost. आपको हाथ पकड़ के लेके जाते हैं, गिराते हैं लोगों से, जो लोग आपकी मदद कर सकते हैं. And there are many other ways. We can arrange mentoring sessions. We have some of the best scientists of this country accessible to us, because when we review our project, we send it to the top scientists of the country and technologists. Because after all, if President is giving award or Prime Minister Advisor is giving award, they have to be of that quality, you know. So we don't take any chances. And that's our power. We can bring you in touch with those mentors who otherwise may be very difficult to reach. No, I have no. Your idea should be powerful. Rest will follow. That's not difficult for us. So bringing these three things together, cultural enterprise, social enterprise, economic enterprise, ecological enterprise, full range of enterprises we can set up. I was just told about क्या बोला आपने? Eco-mark, to prevent waste on the road. That's an ecological enterprise. Sanitation, very important. To conserve our water bodies, to conserve our atmosphere, to air quality, we need such efforts. This was a product made based on the knowledge of Baramulla, Kashmir, by our team. There is a startup set up, a Himalayan company set up which produced this. And the benefits will go back to the community whose knowledge made it possible. That's our promise to ourselves. I'll give you more examples of this kind where we have developed knowledge product. This was made possible by pooling the best practice. Many times we don't realize that the traditional knowledge can also lead to innovation. So I'll give you an example. We had 6 communities which shared their knowledge with us from different parts of Gujarat for skin disease control. Each one of them was good, but not as good as it should be. We pooled them. That became an innovation. Because such a formulation did not exist, such a combination did not exist. Nobody had tried that. Nobody brought knowledge from different parts of the region together. So if you did the same thing, looking at different building blocks from Telangana, different regions, put them together, you created innovation. And that was then launched, and the company invited all these communities at the launch of it. And they get royalty every year. End of the year, when the royalty comes from the company, we send money orders to all these companies, those communities, which knowledge made it possible. That's what Honeybee Network does. I'm sure that the benefits go back to people whose knowledge make these products possible. ऐसा कहीं और नहीं मिलेगा आपको एग्जाम्पल. आप मार्केट में जाएंगे तो शायद कहीं देखने को भी नहीं मिलेगा उसके ऊपर किसी कम्युनिटी का नाम. But we are trying our best, and I'm sure it. Now comes that story which Brigadier was very keen that we should tell you about, and we both visited his house in Warangal. He was recognized many years ago, but we couldn't do as much as happened when police did not charge him. He was under great debt. People were harassing him in the village because he had not been able to design this solution. His mother said, "बेटा, मेरे से अब ये काम नहीं होता है, कुछ और कर ले." तो बोला, मुझे और कुछ आता नहीं. I don't know anything else. And mind you, this boy learned, 10th pass boy learned programming, engineering, welding, shaping the machine. All that he learned by reading and going through the existing solutions around the world. And developed this, which thanks to Palestina has gone to how many hundred now? 2,000, 2,600, 800 is saturated now. All the ASU makers today, thanks to Brigadier Ganesham, please give a big hand to that, have got a ASU machine, which this is how it was, this is how it became. This machine has gone, and this is not jugaad, please mind you. It's a very systematic engineering marvel. You can decide on each peg how many times will it turn. So you can program it. And you know, Pachapandi is a system where both warp and the weft have to have the same color at each intersection pixel. Each pixel should coincide. Otherwise design will not be there. Seedha ulta ek hi design hota na. It is one of the most intricate weaving technology of the world. आप सोचो तो सही कितना coordination होना है. And this was made possible thanks to, and then he got award by the President of India. He stayed as a guest of the President of India, and he got Padam Shri. He got Padam Shri, which is the highest civil honor of our country.
So, how many of you guys have seen Malaysia movie? So that Malaysian is this innovator. The innovator from our Telangana. Padma Shri recipient. He did not even graduate 10th class, and he went on to, create this ASU machine. మన వీవర్స్ తెలంగాణ పోచంపల్లిలో ఉన్న వీవర్స్ అందరూ ఈ అసు మెషిన్ ఇప్పుడు వాడుతున్నారు. ఏదైతే మాన్యువల్గా అసు పోయడానికి అంటే మీకు వీవింగ్ పద్ధతి తెలియదు కనుక ఏదైతే మాన్యువల్గా అసు పోస్తారో ఆ వీవ్స్ని హ్యాండ్తో ఇలా 1000 టైమ్స్ చేస్తారో 9000 టైమ్స్ ఒకసారి చేస్తామో వాళ్ళ అమ్మకి భుజంలోకి వచ్చినప్పుడు మల్లేశం గారు ఈ మెషిన్ని కనుగొన్నారు. సో ఆ మెషిన్ అసు మెషిన్ వల్లనే ఇప్పుడు ఆల్ ద డ్రడ్జరీ ఈస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రిమూవ్. అది గ్లోబల్ ప్రాబ్లమే కదా. అది మన తెలంగాణలో ఉన్న ఇన్నోవేటరే దాన్ని సాల్వ్ చేశారు. అండ్ హీ రిసీవ్డ్ అవార్డ్ ఫర్ దాట్. అండ్ అసు మెషిన్ మలేషియా మూవీ కూడా చాలా హిట్ మూవీ. మీరు చూడకపోతే తప్పకుండా ఆ మూవీ చూడండి. ఇట్స్ లైక్ 5 years ago, 5 years ago రిలీజ్ అయ్యింది. ప్రియదర్శన్ ఇస్ ద యాక్టర్ ఇన్ దాట్ మూవీ. సో నెట్ఫ్లిక్స్లో కూడా ఉంది, బై ద వే. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Now, I am very proud to tell you that there are about 20 such innovators who have received Padma Award, which were honored by Honeybee Network first. So we take the pride in identifying them, honoring them before the nation at the highest level, through civil awards, honored them. That is the power that each one of you has. That is the power this HBN platform is providing you. And some of you, God willing, may get honors much beyond what we can provide, but we will like to be the first to see your talent. That's all we want to play as a unique contribution of this platform which has brought us together today, and we will be happy if we could do that. So this is how it was. Now I will show you another one. And Orissa Shodhyatra, we recently honored Karan Meher and his wife Vijayanti from Bargar district of Orissa. This kurta has stitches here and here. But this kurta has no stitch. No stitch. Can you imagine? एक कुर्ता जिसमें कहीं सिलाई नहीं है, पूरा वीव किया है। कभी सुना है? कभी देखा है? मैंने तो नहीं देखा, मैंने कभी सुना भी नहीं। Now this is possible. Our country has amazingly creative people. गाँव-गाँव में हैं ऐसे लोग, हम लोग ढूंढते हैं जाकर उनको, और उनको फिर आगे देश के और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर उनको इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर उनकी पहचान देते हैं। आपके आइडियाज में वो पावर है। That's all I'm trying to say. Don't underestimate your power. Don't underestimate your power. I am telling you about also one more issue, which is about open innovation. 25,000 years ago, this teacher is telling us, पहले क्रॉस बनाओ अगर ह्यूमन फिगर बनानी है, फिर उसके ऊपर लाइन लगाओ, फिर सर्कल खींचो, फिर लाइन बनाओ, ह्यूमन फिगर बन जाएगा। 25,000 years ago, he is teaching openly. All my teaching material, all my papers, all my courses are in open source. कोई copyright notice नहीं लगाता हूँ। जिसको करना है यूज करना है कर दो। 500 से ज़्यादा papers. Why? Because it generates ideas for people to use. So some of you might like to patent, which is fine, but many of you might like to share your innovation openly also, so that others can benefit from it. Out of 400,000 ideas that NI have received, hardly 1,200 have been patented, that's all. 131,000 are in open source. कोई भी जाकर डाउनलोड कर ले, उसको पढ़ ले. So this is the power of open innovation. We need to be open to this idea. I'll take 2 more minutes and then this is the database I told you about, techpedia.in, which has 200,000 engineering projects by 550,000 students. And this is the other one, where the million patents, abundant patents are available. We have many databases of this kind. So finally, what have we tried to do? We have tried to change the context of innovation today. We are arguing that all of us are capable of innovation. All of us are capable of invention. All of us may not be capable of becoming entrepreneurs, but many of us are. And all of us may not have investment, but many of us can get. So the question is, using your power of networking, we can make it possible for somebody's idea in somebody's hand grows and becomes an enterprise which generates jobs for our people. HBncriia provides that opportunity to create connections, cross-pollination, across the communities, across the regions. Yesterday I was in Bhubaneswar, then 2-3 days after I am in Bangalore, then Coimbatore. We are trying to create this awareness all over the country to ensure that we are able to get the most creative minds from the country to get them recognition. Our next show, in summer we go to hot places. winter we go to cold places, and autumn we go to Himalaya with my students. 3 times we have walked. We did have the China Shodhyatra in Telangana. We have about, earlier it was 10 days, now it's about a week. So our next Shodhyatra, 50th Shodhyatra, will be in Nagaland from 18th January to 24th January. किसी को आना है हमारे साथ? नागालैंड में आ सकते हैं आप। shodhyatra@shashi.org, write to us and you can join. And we will walk for a week looking for creative people, honoring them. We also look for centenarians, 90 to 100-year-old grandmother, grandfather. We touch their feet, take their blessing. I'm very privileged to have touched the feet of large number of very venerated, very honorable, respected grandmothers and grandfathers of our country. Because they are mobile library. वो चलते फिरते library. Every elderly person of that time is a library. When they are cremated or they are buried, a library died that day. So it is necessary to document their knowledge also. We are very keen that each one of you should document, and Jageshri will share with her 3 spreadsheets where you can document the knowledge of the elders, you can document the innovations, and you can also document the unmet need. You may document the need, but you may not have the skill to convert into innovation. Somebody else will. We can announce these unmet needs to the young people like you, and some of you will say, I can solve this problem, and the problem will get solved. So please remember that it's very important that you do that. You can also create clubs, innovation clubs in your institutions, which will do 4 things: search innovation, spread innovation, sense the unmet need, and celebrate innovation. Invite innovators to your classroom, to your college, to your office, to your business, to your enterprise. बात करिए उनसे. Let them inspire us, and you will hear today some of the innovators who are present here, and listen to them and see how they have solved a problem. Maybe their solution will inspire us also. So should we get 1 or 2 innovators to speak before, or you would like to call them? आप आइए. नहीं आप आइए, because you know them. So I will close here by saying that I will not take more time. We will have some question answers. And also I would like you to keep some time for listening to these innovators, because they have come from far, and what they have done they will explain in their own language. So आपको भी प्रेरणा मिलेगी, मुझे भी प्रेरणा मिलेगी, because we all need to appreciate that people with much less resources, much less education, much less connection, if they can do so much, we with much more resources, much more connection, much more education, why can't we do better? That is the simple point that we have to remember. HBncriia is a platform for motivating you all to dream big, to unfreeze your imagination, and to address the unmet needs so that our society progresses, becomes prosperous. We have to be a caring society, a sharing society, and a daring society. We have to come together.
Thank you so much, sir. So learned a new word today, G2G. And on that note, grassroots to global. I just want to real quick have Ashok join us. Come here, Ashok. Ashok is from Suryapet, and I want him to talk about how he solved grassroots innovation, the grassroots level challenges, and how he took his grassroots innovations to global settings. మీ నెబ్రాస్కా ట్రిప్ గురించి కూడా క్రిస్ప్గా చెప్పేసేయండి అందరికీ. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఎవ్రీవన్. నా పేరు అశోక్ గోరే. నేను కొన్ని సంవత్సరాలుగా అగ్రికల్చర్ టూల్స్ అండ్ మిషన్స్ తయారు చేస్తున్నాను. మాది సూర్యాపేట జిల్లా, హుజూర్నగర్ మండలం, అంజలిపురం విలేజ్. నేను ఒక 4.5 yearsతో పలేషునియాతో కూడా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను. పలేషునియా స్కౌట్ చేశారనమాట. దే ఆర్ సపోర్టింగ్ అస్. అండ్ అంతేకాకుండా TSICలో కూడా పార్ట్ అయి ఉన్నాను. సో ఫస్ట్ టైం అనిల్ గుప్తా సార్ని లైవ్లో చూస్తున్నాను. ఎప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్లో చూస్తూ ఉంటాను అనమాట ఫొటోస్. సో రీసెంట్గా జూన్లో నేను యూఎస్ కూడా వెళ్ళాను అనమాట. యూఎస్ గవర్నమెంట్ నాకు స్పాన్సర్ చేసి అక్కడికి 20 days ట్రిప్ కూడా ప్లాన్ చేశారు. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి నా ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ అని ప్రజెంట్ చేశాను. సో ఇక్కడ అంటే ఇన్నోవేషన్ అంటే లైక్ మనకి గ్రౌండ్లో ఉన్న మన పెయిన్ డ్రాప్ పాయింట్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తుంటాం. లెట్స్ సే ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. సీడ్ సోయింగ్ అనేది చాలా పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లం, మీ అందరికీ తెలిసే ఉంటుంది. పత్తి విత్తనాలు చాలా చిన్నగా ఉంటాయి, అవి నాటాలి అంటే కంటిన్యూస్గా వంగి విత్తనం నాటాలి. మన విలేజ్లో మీరు అందరూ చూస్తూనే ఉంటారు. సో వాటిని మనం వాళ్ళకి ఊళ్ళో ఎక్కువ ఆడవాళ్ళే చేస్తుంటారు, మన అమ్మవాళ్ళు కానీ వాళ్ళు. సో వాళ్ళు కంటిన్యూస్గా వంగాలి అంటే ఒక ఎకరానికి 16 కిలోమీటర్లు వంగాలి, వంగుతూ నడవాలి. ఒక ఎకరానికి దగ్గర దగ్గర 3,500 నుంచి 4,000 విత్తనాలు నాటాలి. అన్ని మొక్కలు ఉంటాయి కదా. సో అన్నిసార్లు యూస్ టు బెండ్ అన్నమాట కంటిన్యూస్గా. సో అలా బెండ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ రావడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటాయి. 200-300 కూలి ఇస్తుంటారు వాళ్ళకి. సో ఇది చాలా పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లం. కాకపోతే మనకు పెద్ద సొల్యూషన్ అవసరం లేదు, పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లంకి పెద్ద సొల్యూషన్ అవసరం లేదు. సో చిన్న సరిపోతుందని చెప్పేసి ఒక 300 రూపాయలతో సీడ్ సోయింగ్ టూల్ అనేది తయారు చేసామన్నమాట. ఇప్పటికీ ఒక 500 పైన రైతులు వాడుతూ ఉన్నారు మన టూల్స్. సో అంతేకాకుండా దాని తర్వాత ఇంకా స్ప్రేయింగ్ కానీ మల్టీపర్పస్ యూటిలిటీ వెహికల్ అని ఇప్పుడు ఇంకో డిజైన్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇలా ఒక 6కు పైగా ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ చేసాం. సో మీరు కూడా ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ చేయొచ్చు అండ్ అప్లై చేయండి, చాలా చేయొచ్చు. అండ్ అనిల్ గుప్తా సార్ నేను యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ యూస్ టు టెక్స్ట్ హిమ్ ఆన్ లింక్డ్ఇన్ అండ్ ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అశోక్. చాలా సింపుల్గా చెప్పాడు కానీ ఇండియా నుండి అశోక్ ఈస్ ద గాయ్ హూ గాట్ సెలెక్టెడ్ ఫర్ దిస్ 20 days ట్రిప్, ఫుల్ పెయిడ్ ట్రిప్. ఓకే, ఒక సూర్యాపేటలో ఉన్న ఇన్నోవేటర్ లింకన్ నెబ్రాస్కా యుఎస్లో ఆ యూనివర్సిటీ వాళ్ళు ఇన్వైట్ చేసి ఆ ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ని షోకేస్ చేయమన్నారంటే చిన్న ఆశావాస విషయం కాదు కదా. We wanted you guys to, because you are also future leaders of the country కనుక మీకు కూడా ఇలాంటి మంచి ఆపర్చునిటీస్ రావాలి. And you have to leverage those opportunities too. Time is now. Sir ఇందాక ప్రొఫెసర్ గుప్తా గారు అన్నట్టు. సో వితౌట్ ఫర్దర్ ఎనీ డిలే ఇంకెవరు సార్తో మనం ప్రొఫెసర్ గుప్తా గారు, if you guys have any questions we can ask now. Questions ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? So what we'll do is, okay, 2 things. Sir అడగాల్సిన questions and at the same time గణేషన్ గారు కూడా సార్ he is a stalwart too. సార్ కూడా చిన్న శోధయాత్రస్ ఎలా చేస్తారు, పల్లె సృజన యాక్టివిటీస్ ఏంటి, రూరల్ ఇన్నోవేటర్స్కి ఎలాంటి సపోర్ట్ ఇస్తున్నారు అనేసి తెలంగాణలోనే కాకుండా అక్రాస్ ఇండియా we learn from him too. But on the side మీకు వచ్చే క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా నోట్ చేసుకుంటూ పెట్టండి, ఓకేనా? థ్యాంక్ యూ. Oh, you have a question? Okay.
So, once the invites were sent out post confirmation, we did receive a few questions from those who could not make it in person today. So once they went through the flyers and the posters that were sent out, one question that came out to people was, 3 people had wrote back to us, okay, what is the difference, or what is grassroots innovation and how is it different from the innovation concept that we urban-centric population have in general?
So innovation, there are 2 kinds of grassroots innovation. One is innovation from grassroots. Second is innovation for grassroots. So originally the concept of grassroots innovation emerged for innovations that are unaided solutions developed by people, community level people, through their own resources and effort without any help from outside. These are the solutions we are calling them as grassroots innovation. If somebody has helped them while designing solution, then there are innovation for grassroots. Or some professor designs a solution which is also good for community level. That is innovation for grassroots, but that is not innovation from grassroots. The reason to distinguish these 2 things is that innovation from grassroots face much more hurdles, many more difficulties, much higher level of barriers in the journey than innovation for grassroots, because the people who are more resourceful may also develop solutions. Big companies can also develop solutions for grassroots, but we need to distinguish that difference.
Is there anyone who has more questions? Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, what is the difference between reverse innovation and grassroots innovation?
The reverse innovation is when large corporations develop innovations for emerging economy like India, and they find that this innovation is useful for developed country also. So when General Electric developed a $200 ECG machine for India, they found this machine was useful in America also. So that is reverse innovation. Innovation originally was developed for developing countries, लेकिन उसकी मार्केट तो डेवलप्ड कंट्री में भी थी, तो वो हो गया रिवर्स इनोवेशन. Please remember, there is another word you hear many times, frugal innovation. Now, frugal innovation is nothing but those innovations which have three kinds of affordability. One is extreme affordability for the consumer, extreme affordability for the manufacturer, and third is most important, which is missed in the literature, affordability for nature. So 1 rupee sachet of detergent or soap or pan masala is very affordable for consumer. Very affordable, inclusive, frugal for manufacturer also. But calculate the cost of collecting that piece of plastic from 650,000 villages of our country, which is very costly. The cost of collecting that piece of plastic from 650,000 villages is very high. So it is not frugal in my view. That is the confusion sometimes people have. People don't realize that frugality for Mother Earth is also important. We can't burden our environment and earth with all the damage, all the waste, and then call them frugal for nature. No, they are not frugal for nature. They are very costly for nature. So frugality must be three kinds. Frugal for consumer, frugal for manufacturer, and frugal for Mother Earth. All the three frugality, only those innovations which are biodegradable, which don't create strain on the environment, I will call them as frugal. Any other? Yes.
Good evening, sir. I am Fat Kumar from SAS Engineering College. Sir, from your experience, what was your mind when you have a new idea and you want to take it up to an innovation? Or to into people who can have an idea, what's the first step you are going to
The
do?
first step is to write down. Many of you lost your ideas because you didn't write them, isn't it? ठीक बात है ना? बाद में ध्यान नहीं रखता है, इसका भूल जाते हैं. So first step is to write down and don't make initially feasibility the enemy of desirability. Don't make feasibility the enemy of desirability. If idea is good and you can't make it happen, does it mean that idea is useless? No. In your hand, it seems not feasible. In somebody else's hand, it might work out. Find out who can help you to implement it. But, and maybe share it. I believe in a lot of sharing. So, idea, first step is to write down, second step is to see whether it is worthwhile to talk to somebody. The third step is to do prior art search. Has anybody else developed this idea already? Then I am wasting my time. A lot of ideas we get which are almost like copy of the existing ideas. हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना उनके लिए जरूरत नहीं करने की because already they have been solved by somebody. So prior art search, literature search, patent search, online market search on the e-commerce platform is very important. Alibaba पे जाके देखो, India Mart पे जाके देखो, कोई बेच रहा है क्या उसको? पेटेंट पे भी नहीं है, वेब पे भी नहीं मिल रहा, उसकी वेबसाइट पे नहीं है, लेकिन इंडिया मार्ट पे डाला हुआ है उसने शायद. मार्केट में भी पूछना पड़ेगा. जो लोग उस काम को डील करते हैं, क्या आपने कोई ऐसा प्रोडक्ट देखा है? आपको मालूम है इसके बारे में? पता चल जाएगा कि whether it's new or not. So novelty is very important because, but sometimes even I have seen that Raja Murappa, his idea may not be new, but what has he done? He has provided them at low cost to about 200-300 villages, and they are happy. He has developed a photosensitive switch for automatic switching on and switching off of light. It's not new; it has been there for some time, but nobody provided in rural areas. So sometimes incremental innovation is a design innovation, it's not a product innovation. The design innovation, we have made it so robust that even in rural area, industry environment, it works well. It's good. It meets the needs of society. It may not be very novel. You may not get a national award for that. But award is not the only purpose for innovation. Innovation is also required to solve real problems of our society. So please remember that not all ideas may be good enough for getting awards, but they may be good enough for solving problems of the people around us, and we should not abandon such ideas. So I am making a case now. First I said, if idea is not novel, not worth it, but I am now modifying my statement by saying, idea is not novel, it may not be worth it for the award, but it may be worth for the community, which needs that solution at an affordable level. Somebody else has solved it, but they are charging far too much. They won't provide after-sales service. They won't maintain it. A local mechanic will provide after-sales service. Will maintain it. Will have spares. So why shouldn't we encourage that? Generating jobs. So there is a distinction between ideas for large scale transformation, innovation, awards and all that, and ideas which generate local livelihood, which is no less important in our country, in any society. Does it answer the question?
Sir, one more question.
Yes.
Sir, how courageous should be a student with an idea should be, sir? How should he bring up his courage upon his idea?
If cost of failure is low, try. If your idea is only going to cost, let's say, a few thousand rupees, kar lo. Try kar lo. Because many times, not all ideas require a lot of investment, correct? Sometimes even ideas which are low cost, which I can do with few hundred or thousand rupees, वो भी नहीं करते हम लोग, सोचते रहते हैं. Don't analyze the problem too much. If cost of failure is low, I am again repeating that point. If cost of failure is low, the answer is try. कुछ नहीं बिगड़ेगा अगर नहीं होगा. ज़्यादा नहीं होगा ना, नहीं होगा तो कोई बात. Try to be. When you try solving a problem, it does something to our mind. Our mind becomes more courageous. 3 times, 4 times you fail, 5th time you don't feel shy in admitting that you have failed. जब हम लोग अपना फेलियर खुल के बात करते हैं ना, हमारा करेज बढ़ जाता है. I have failed in many things. So many things I have failed. क्या करेंगे? जाओ, कुछ नहीं हुआ. 2003 से 2022 तक नहीं बना था ना डेटाबेस amendment patent का. It was lying in a paper shelf पे पड़ा था पेपर, किसी ने परवाह नहीं करी. Then 2 students were there who made it happen. But if I had killed that idea, if I had thought कि तो हो ही नहीं सकता, तो नहीं होता था. So sometimes you are ahead of the time also, but sometimes you can easily try. If you can't try, talk to your friend, they may try. Don't kill an idea because it cannot flourish in your hand. चिड़िया जिस घोंसले में जन्म देती है ना बच्चे को, बच्चा उस घोंसले में ज़्यादा दिन नहीं रहता है, उड़ के चला जाता है. ठीक है ना? So ideas will not always grow in the nest in which they took birth. Sometimes ideas grow in somebody else's hand and we should let it happen. Don't be too possessive about your idea. ये idea मैं किसी को बताऊंगा नहीं, कोई चोरी कर लेगा. चोरी तो जो महंगी चीज होती है, जो अच्छी चीज होती है, उसकी चोरी होती है. Nobody steals something cheap.
Good afternoon. I had a question particularly about the way grassroots innovations can be scaled or taken globally. While you did talk about it a little, I was also wondering if there is a possibility for creating a community business model kind of thing, where government or NGOs or whoever is working towards the cause can come together to actually solve instead of actually trying to bank on the scalability part of it and trying to make it happen.
No, we have had examples. I'll tell you one example where the Gideon made it possible to happen. We were working in Kenya and went to meet the ambassador, our ambassador there, and she posed a problem. She didn't know that we had a solution. She said in Victoria Lake, lot of aquatic weeds are there. Do you have an innovation? Fortunately, I had a video of that innovation. Hyderabad में उन्होंने देखा. दिखाया उनको. What is the बड़ा अच्छा idea है? And the rest will follow them. You got 2 orders? Or? So we went all the way. Our External Affairs Ministry also helped to some extent. Government of Telangana also helped to some extent. Other private people also helped to some extent. And this machine was installed in Lake Victoria and has created demand for itself because no such solution existed from any European or US country. So that's one example. Municipal Prajapati, who developed clay fridge and 150 other products of clay, has 168 retail stores in India. Including one store, he is outside India and Australia. He exports to 20 countries. GIAN had funded him in 98, small amount of money under TEP program. Today he is a crorepati. So we have some examples where innovators have become rich, quite rich. But compared to the number of people we have, the number of people who have become millionaires are not even 100, I would say, if I compare all of them today, who have become crorepati. So scale is an important challenge for us. And I agree with you that if there are people who are investors, I don't remember real high net worth individuals having invested in any innovation. किसी ग्रासरूट इनोवेशन में किसी एंजल ने इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया, वेंचर कैपिटल भूल जाइए. So we have a problem, we have challenges here. Most of them are bootstrapped. उन्होंने अपने आप से करा. You ask beginner, most of them, almost all, everybody has been themselves. So there is a problem here that we must acknowledge the weakness of the ecosystem also. It is still evolving. But I must say that if you have any ideas which can help scale up, welcome, share, with us. We'll be more than happy to help our innovators scale up their products and services. Yes, please.
My question is general, it's not related to grassroots innovations. I want to know your perspective, sir. I see a lot of people my age group, 18, 19, 20 and 21, and we have all our talent. What do you think, what according to you is the best utilization of time and energy apart from trying to make a living, making a living?
One of the most important things that any young person can do is to map the unmet needs. Short example देता हूँ. I was teaching a course at IIT Bombay. There were about 250 students along with my colleague, Dr. B.K. Chakrabarti. Chakku is called. And one day during COVID, this course was during COVID online, so I asked the question, who eats the cold food in your home? Cold food. Mom? ठीक है ना? So one kid said slowly, my mother. I said, she has done a crime, she gave you birth, sent you to IIT, now she's eating cold food. So I gave an assignment to them. 1 week, make hot food and feed your mother. And put up the photographs of the first roti and the last one that you will make, upload it, upload the kitchen, upload the experience, and we invited Sanjeev Kapoor, master chef, to the class, and mothers were also invited in that class. Now listen to that carefully, what happened. One of them says, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, सर वो जो चकला है ना, थोड़ी प्लेट, उसकी हाइट थोड़ी ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए। और इतने साल से मदर रोटी बना रही थी, मालूम नहीं पड़ा। एक हफ्ते में मालूम पड़ गया। That is the power of immersive experience. Observe your grandfather or grandmother. When they get up from the bed, sometimes they have to make extra effort. मालूम आपको क्यों करना पड़ता है? Anybody? How can we solve that problem and make it easier for them to get up from the bed? These are the things that we can do for our own loved ones. क्या कारण बताइए? Anybody? When they are getting up from the bed, they have to put effort, push the bed. थोड़ा जोर लगाना पड़ता है ना? क्यों लगाना पड़ता है जोर? Why can't they get up easily? क्यों आता है? No. Because the height of the bed is lower. The knee should be at 90 degrees. If it is less than 90 degrees, an acute angle, you have to put more effort to get up. क्या करना है? Bed की height को थोड़ा सा raise करना है. For 20 years, we see our grandfathers struggling with the problem. हम bed की height नहीं बढ़ाते. That's what young people should not do. We should not live with problems unsolved indefinitely. आपके घर में स्टील की अलमीरा है? दरवाजा बंद करने में दिक्कत होती है? When you close the door of steel almirah, sometimes you face difficulty. होती है कि नहीं होती? क्यों होती है? No, no, no. हाँ? क्या प्रॉब्लम? क्या क्यों होती है प्रॉब्लम? नहीं अटकता है। अटकता क्यों है? कोई हिंज में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम लेवल में है। मेसन व्हेन दे डिजाइन्ड आवर फ्लोर, वो पानी से धोने के लिए थोड़ा स्लोप देते थे। पुराने जमाने में पानी से धोते थे, उनकी ट्रेनिंग अभी वही चल रही है, तो थोड़ा स्लोप देते। If you raise the front portion of the almirah like a fridge, the door will close, smoothly close, कोई आवाज नहीं आएगी, कोई जोर नहीं लगाना। But we live with that problem for 15 years, 20 years, रोज स्ट्रगल करते हैं, रोज बोलते हैं क्या हो गया अलमारी को, लेकिन वो प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व नहीं करते। I will only say one thing to all the young people: Don't live with problems unsolved indefinitely. कोई भी आपको इनएफिशिएंसी दिखती है अपने आसपास, मैप इट आउट. क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा? Why my mother is struggling? अभी भी वो दूध के बर्तन उठाती है ना गर्म गैस पे से, किससे उठाती है? दूध का बर्तन कपड़े से उठाती है ना. कपड़े में आग भी लगती है कभी-कभी. एक्सीडेंट भी होता है. We couldn't make good terms for them. We could send 104 satellites in a single launch. Some of them foreign made, 80% were foreign made satellites. 104 सैटेलाइट सिंगल लॉन्च में इसरो ने स्पेस में भेज दिया, लेकिन अच्छा पकड़ नहीं बना पाए हम दूध का बर्तन गैस से उतारने. This is what young people should do. I feel that bad because I'm witness, I'm guilty to the crime when I am observing you all and you are and narrating these examples. They only show that you are not impatient enough with inertia. First thing first, become impatient with inertia. When we find problem, if I can't solve it, let me find out somebody who has an idea to solve it. बात तो करिए, conversation तो शुरू करिए right में. At least we should have conversation about problem that we need to solve, rather than the trivia on which you spend most of your time. And that kind of discussion leads nowhere. 99% of the discussion you have on Instagram, on Facebook, क्या होता है उसके अंदर? बताओ ना मेरे को. कोई एक्टिंग कर रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, कोई शक्लें बना रहा है. I don't know what all we do that. But there is a productive way of using our time to map the unmet needs and try to address them. If I can't do it alone, I will make a group. If a group cannot do, I will talk to other groups and make a network by which we can solve this problem. Sorry, a long answer for your question, but this I hope will unfreeze our imagination. And थोड़ा सा inertia कम होगा. We have a lot of inertia in our society. Thank you.
Any further questions? Other is tough. Yes, one more. And one second.
Thank you. Firstly, a great afternoon to the esteemed speakers. Sir, my question is a little bit different from the topic. Myself, Harikrishna, and he is my friend Sarah. From past 6 months, we are working on an app which was until unnamed date. The main motto of our app is to solve the major problem of the logistics. So we all know that logistics is a larger market. So when compared to other countries, the speed of our logistics is less than 25 kilometers per hour. So we are working on a problem which I cannot open up here. If I really get a chance, an appointment with you, I really love to deploy my model. Sir, we want to hear what are the more features that can be added to the Indian logistics to get more faster work.
My first advice to anybody who is developing an app or a solution is don't add too many features to version 1. Our innovators have this problem. They are trying to keep on adding feature with the result that go to market gets delayed and the cash flow doesn't come, and then your cash is burnt out and you have no resources to take the idea forward. वो सारे features भाई के भी हो जाते हैं. I will give you an example. There was a student of mine, three or four of them, in 2012 in my class on creativity, innovation, knowledge and entrepreneurship senior class. They presented a project to me. I gave them A+. That project became unicorn last year. The first classroom project which became unicorn. क्या किया था उसने? Siddharth Shah and others gave an idea of online pharmacy. सिर्फ मेडिसिन पहुंचानी थी. बाद में they added medical devices, they added many things, testing blood, but initially they had only one solution: how to get medicines delivered to your home. Today all of us get 15 to 18% discount thanks to that project. Nobody ever got discount in this country. कभी chemist ने किसी ने discount दिया था? कभी नहीं दिया था. This project was the leading project. इंडिया में कोई रूल नहीं था ऑनलाइन फार्मेसी के अंदर बिना फार्मासिस्ट की दवाई देने का. Some rule change हो गए. But he kept it simple to begin with. पहला जो solution था सिर्फ मेडिसिन को कोलेट करना है, होलसेलर से लेना है, 20-25% रिटेलर का मार्जिन है, वो डिस्काउंट उसने कस्टमर को दे दिया. 15%, 10% अपने पास रखा, चल गया वहाँ। सिंपल था, क्योंकि होलसेलर से लेकर ना तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को देना है ना रिटेलर को देना है, वो सारा मार्जिन उसके पास आ गया। उस मार्जिन से उसने अपना काम चलाया और दवाई डिलीवर किया, फिर उसने फीचर्स ऐड करते गया उसके। सो माय सजेशन टू ऑल ऑफ यू इज डोंट ऐड too many features in version 1. So long as you have a good solution and there is somebody willing to take it up, go to market. उसके बाद में ऐड कर देना। Don't wait till you add 100 features in that. वो इतना महंगा हो जाएगा, इतना कम्पल्सम हो जाएगा, इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा कि जो इनिशियल ट्रैक्शन मिलना चाहिए वो नहीं मिलेगा। And then all your labor will go waste. 90% apps disappear in first 24 hours. Please remember that. 90% apps after uploading on either on iOS or Android disappear within 24 hours. ठीक है ना? You don't want that to happen to your app. So take my advice. Thank you. Yes.
हेलो सर, ये वेल्डिंग वर्क जो फर्टिलाइजर जो अब जो जमीन में जो डाल रहे हैं सर, उससे क्या हो रहा बोले तो तकरीबन 80% 90% फर्टिलाइजर जमीन को इस्तेमाल करते हैं। जो पहले जो ज़माने में 30 साल 40 साल पहले उसको क्या है गोबरी से अपन जो इस्तेमाल करते हैं। पहले क्या प्लास्टिक कवर नहीं आता था, प्लास्टिक कवर नहीं आने से गोबरी इस्तेमाल कर सकते। अब प्लास्टिक कवर आने से उसको बंद कर और तकरीबन फर्टिलाइजर ज़्यादा चलेंगे, इसलिए क्या है किसान को बहुत दिक्कत हो जाए। इस फर्टिलाइजर को कैसा इम्प्रूवमेंट कर फिर फर्टिलाइजर को फिर रिप्लेस, मतलब ये फर्टिलाइजर्स की वजह से क्या है तकरीबन 80% 90% बीमारियाँ आ रही हैं, शुगर बीपी सब हर चीज़। आज जो नमक जो खा रहे हैं हम क्या कर रहे हैं वो सॉल्ट में भी ये आ रहा का अपना ये पाउडर कौन सा पेंट का पाउडर आ रहा, उससे किडनी में स्टोन बनना, ये हल्दी में कलर मिलना, ऐसा छोटा 5 रुपए की पैकेट में हल्दी आ रही है। तो वो हल्दी साल के अंदर एक ही पीक हो रही है, तो हर किसान को फायदा नहीं होगा, वो कम डालते हैं तो कई मतलब उसमें फायदा नहीं बेनिफिट नहीं होता। तकरीबन फर्टिलाइजर से ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट कर रहे हैं, फर्टिलाइजर लेने से वो चीज़ को बनता है, उससे हम कैसा फेस कर सकते हैं।
एक हमारा इनोवेटर है समीर गनी, पालनपुर नॉर्थ गुजरात। उसने क्या किया, यही प्रॉब्लम है। उसने बोला प्रॉब्लम खाद का नहीं है, खाद है मतलब देसी खाद है, गोबर का खाद है, बायोमास का खाद है, लेकिन लेबर नहीं मिलता है उसको खेत में फैलाने के लिए। उसने एक मशीन बनाया, वो मशीन वेट मैन्योर और ड्राई, सूखा हुआ और वेट दोनों को खेत में यूनिफॉर्मली स्प्रेड करती है। 250 मशीन बेच चुका है पिछले 3 साल में, 6.5 लाख का मशीन है। पीपुल हैव बॉट 4 मशीन, एक ने 4 मशीन खरीदा। Within 6 months, within 8 months, they are recovering the entire cost. कितना उसका डिमांड है? Because what you reason you said is the reason why demand is more. लोग थक गए हैं खेत में से रासायनिक दवाई डाल के, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर डाल के, अब वो खाद को फैलाने के लिए लेबर दिखता नहीं है, इसने वो मशीन बना दी। So my suggestion is that we must enrich our soil. Soil health, crop health, animal health and human health, ये चारों जुड़ा हुआ है। बिल्कुल ठीक बात, आपका 100% बात सही है। अगर धरती बीमार होगी तो हम बीमार होंगे ही, इसमें कहीं कोई शक नहीं है, क्योंकि जो सूक्ष्म तत्व हैं उसके अंदर जो माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं वो डेबिट तो कर दिया अकाउंट को, क्रेडिट नहीं किया। देसी खाद से, गोबर की खाद से, बायोमास से वी विल एनरिच द सॉइल एंड देन वी विल बी एबल टू मेक हेल्दी फूड। सो आई वुड से दैट फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल मैन्योर को स्प्रेड करने का मशीन, तो आप देखो उसका समीर का हम लोग भेज देंगे आपको, देखो वीडियो। खरीदना है तो खरीदो, बनाना है तो बनाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है ना? हाँ।
इसके लिए मैं क्या है जो फर्टिलाइजर के जो पत्ती को जो छाल तोड़कर जलाते हैं उसको मैं क्या करना होता हूँ, अलग अलग टुकड़े करके वो मशीन जाकर वहाँ पर पाउडर बनाना, पाउडर बनाने के बाद उसको जमीन पे डालने का नागर मान देगा, वो 8 दिन में जमीन खा लेगा, उसके अंदर आप 20 डालेंगे।
बहुत अच्छा बोला, बहुत अच्छा आइडिया बोला है उन्होंने। बायोमास का पाउडर बनाकर उसको वो जमीन में डालते हैं, जल्दी गल जाती है और उसके अंदर वो पौधा उगा रहे हैं। बहुत बढ़िया आइडिया था, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
Thank you so much, sir. No, we are almost running out of time and we need some more time for Ganeshan sir, because he is another stalwart who has done tremendous amount of work in the grassroots innovation space. Sir, Gupta sir, I really like the word, the sentence what you said. Impatience with inertia. Yes, we do that at TSIC too. All the youngsters, one quick thing I wanted to kind of bring it to your notice, that our former IT Minister KTR sir used to tell all the engineering students, go to your living rooms and see what kind of products that we are using and where they are made. Predominantly these products, TV coil or whatever, refrigerator, anything. We are not using anything that is India made. That's where we stand. So, you have an answer. Go home, look at the product that you have at home and think like, why can't we create our own product, made in India product, made in Telangana product. That's where we have to start. Thank you. And I'll give you.
Thank you very much, Professor Gupta, for that very enlightening talk. He deserves a very big round of applause for coming all the way down. Just literally doing a Bharat darshan just to mobilize people and get. Yeah. So, moving on to our next speaker, who is a stalwart himself and a pioneer in the field of grassroots innovation, focused more around the Telugu states. I now would like to introduce him, Brigadier Pogula Ganesham. Ganesham Garu has been an army veteran, and for his services he was awarded the Vishisht Seva Medal by the President of India on the Republic Day of 2005. Please give him a big round of applause. Post that, post his stint in the army, him and a few like-minded friends started Pallis Sujana. Today he serves as the President of Pallis Sujana. Pallis Sujana is behind scouting and bringing to scale over 200 brilliant grassroots innovators, and out of which 13 have been awarded President's Awards and 2 Padma Shris as well. So Pallis Sujana also conducts Chinna Shodha Yatras every quarter in various parts of the Telugu states, and they try and capture the grassroots knowledge and the creativity and innovation that is fed into the grassroots and the rural places of India. So Pallis Sujana also seeks to find solutions to the problems that are very common but are not acknowledged often. So I now hand over to Professor Brigadier Ganesham Garu. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Are you tired? Right. My change in life from army to grassroots innovations is because of him. We met him while I was in the army headquarters. We happened to meet him in Ahmedabad, and he and Dr. Mashelkar, I'm sure you know. And then thereafter, we heard him, we followed them, then we tried to understand what he's doing, because our area was totally different in the army, and we're so totally enamored by the kind of activity they are doing, which I never heard in my life till that time. And our friendship goes back to 2002. एक बार मिला फिर नहीं छोड़ा मैंने उनको, and thanks to him, we decided to start in Telangana, and under that time Andhra State, Andhra Pradesh, wanted to start same activity which Professor Gupta started in 89-90, and then it came up as a media network, and the GIAN, and SRISPI, the National Innovation Foundation in 2000, government act. All this has been created by him, and just to pursue grassroots innovations in the nation, and to bring out the significance of that on society in every aspect, social, economical, even politically, politicians want to really leverage that. And that attracted us, and when we came here, when I came here after retirement on 31st October 2005, I did not waste my time. At 20th November 2005, we formed Pallis Sujana. Palle is village, Sujana is creativity. And we believe in that. We believe in the creativity in the villages. And it continued, and we've been supported, guided. Everything is done by Professor Gupta and his various organizations which I mentioned, NIF, now HBN Network, and GIAN, everything has been helping us. What we do is scouting by walking into the villages, identify these creative people. It's not easy at all. Because nobody says I'm an innovator. They don't even know they're innovating. We went to a village there, one of the Shodha Yatras, Pocharam village, Mahbubad district. We generally show innovations we already scouted in the previous villages, demonstrate them, see them, show the videos, discuss with them, put posters. We've done all that. And then we ask a question, do you have any innovations like this? Have you solved your problems? In case you solve problems, share with us. So they don't understand exactly what innovation is, but सब बोलते सर गांव में कुछ नहीं होता है, दारू को टेस्ट हो जाते हैं. All kinds of statements they make. Because they never search creativity within. They always look outside. So one guy, Pochaya, after 20 minutes of pursuing them, he came from behind. And he's sort of a guy who is normal manager, whatever, and Kustubatko. And వచ్చి నేను చేసిన సార్ అన్నాడు. అంటే వెయిట్ చేసిన చేసిన సార్ చెప్పరాదు, ఐ గెట్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫీల్డ్. తీసుకురా 4 కిలోమీటర్లు ఉన్నా సార్ సార్ పోయిన వెయిట్ చేస్తామన్నా. సో హీ కేమ్ బ్యాక్ ఇన్ half an hour, not even 8 kilometers, and he brought a idea, wish I had to show a water bottle, bigger water bottle. He cut off the bottom. There is a dhakkan nikal diya. Why he put a pipe of about 4 feet pipe, fitted, right? Now, and from the rear, which is cut off, he put a danda which goes and a tapered end closes the opening. You got the concept now? Now he put fertilizer in the bottle. Now what it does is, the fertilizer today, my dear friends, I saw fertilizer first came in 63 or 64 in my village. 1964. Okay, and since then we have not given anything to the farmers where the dispensing is effective. On the ground, no instrument given by scientists and engineers. I said, take the thing, I said, all this thing. कितना वेस्ट हो रहा है, कितना एक्चुअली प्लांट में जा रहा है, there is no measurement. And it's very costly. We all pay from our pockets, and about 2.5 lakh crore subsidy is there for fertilizer, something like that. So this boy, why should I waste my urea? He saw the problem, and what he does is, problem is 2 things. Locate the location, where to drop the fertilizer, how much to drop the fertilizer. The 2 problems. Location is done by the pipe. You got a bottle in the pipe, he just takes it wherever he wants and lifts the stick how much he wants. That much urea comes down. So he controlled with that bottle and a small stick where to locate and how to control, wanted to control, and thereby he saved 35% of his input cost. The cost of fertilizer came down for him. Like that simple thing can do, and imagine entire nation's fertilizer cost can come down. Now we have got more than half a dozen such innovations made by grassroots innovations we got in college to do. So problem, what is important in grassroots innovation is identify the pain. Like Professor Rickler said, look at the pain around you. Don't think of solving global problems. Solve problems at the house, in the street, in the village, in the city, in your workplace. Identify the pain. What is pain? It can be time wasted, it can be low productivity, it can be effort wasted, it can be anything. But it's causing pain to you, trouble to you, obstacle to you. Identify that. When we go around in the city, we see good building, good car, good clothes, good restaurant. You see pains around? Unless you learn to do that, you will never become innovator. Sorry to say this, that's a fact. Grassroots innovators exactly different from us and them is that they see the pain. What Ashok did. He saw mother is troubled by putting the seed. She has to bend and put it every time. And in a acre, 5 people work for 2 days for 1 acre. And each gets 300 rupees. So 3,000 rupees for 1 acre or 5 people to put seeds in a field. And the pain is, of course, it is not his priceless, it can't be quantified. He made a small one. I wish you had a video with you. Can you show it here? Okay. Now you just put it down. There's a tube. It can be made with the local materials. You don't need to think. Just push it down. There's a clip at the bottom. And there's a small hinge there. You put the seed. She puts the seed and she bends like this. The clip opens at the bottom. And when the clip opens, she lifts it. The mud around it closes it. And what is the arch which is there, it acts as a distance between the 2 seeds. She does 1 acre, 1 day, 1 person. Just get it up. always say that, you know, when you want to appreciate good, you should do on your own as a leader, not as a follower. క్లాస్ కొట్టాలి ఎవరైనా కొడతారని కొడతా అంటే ఇట్లా మంచితనాన్ని పెంచాలంటే క్లాస్ కొట్టాలి బ్యాడ్ క్వశ్చన్ టు యువర్ లైఫ్ రైట్ ఓకే సో దట్స్ వే వాట్ హీ మేడ్ వి హావ్ సీన్ ద పెయిన్ రిడక్షన్ వి హావ్ సీన్ ద టైమ్ వి సీన్ దెమ్ బట్ యు నాట్ సీ సంథింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ యు ఆల్సో హావ్ టు సీ one farmer saves 2500 rupees per acre. Instead of 3000, he pays 500 to one lady 1K. 2500 rupees per acre, one farmer saves because of one seed drill, one seeder. It is a very simple one, and I say 300 rupees. Now let 10,000 are used by that. So 10,000 into 2500 saved, and the savings goes to the farmer, and that money will be used in the purchasing power, and use 1 crore of them in the country. People are using it. Imagine how much economical advantage it comes. What investment? What investment? I went some foreign sector or venture angel. Nothing is required for it. Village material se ban jata hai. So what happened is, first thing they do when the class innovator says, observe the pains, not the happiness. Happens everybody observes. Observe the pain. When we observe the pain and made a threshold for 23 crops. You can never government government. Oh, Shanmukhrao, Srinivas, amazing people they have done. So now what we have to see is what exactly it is giving the benefit to the people, and that comes only when you solve the problem. See the problem, solve the problem. And this solution grassroots innovators do by pure volunteerism. They don't get funds, they don't get project report, they don't get mandated, they don't get paid. Malaysia, what he did on his own as a 6th class dropout, 7 years he worked to reduce the pain of his mother. Ashok intermediate did it. Shanmukhrao did so many things. Vella Srinivas is saving the Shanmukhrao. He is saving the lives of farmers by making a remote. That's so amazing. So all this because he saw the pain around and then finally found a solution. So what you need first is observe the problem. Second is volunteerism. Mandate yourself, task yourself, which they do with humble backgrounds they do. When I see them, I feel ashamed of myself that with everything around, I did not do any innovations. But these people are amazing people. The third thing they do is value system. Values, not values they have. Amazing values, like Professor said, nature also they look into it. Like affordability. Affordable excellence. Why should we give for 1 star, 2 star, for 7 star, 8 star? Why the quality has to be linear? Can't we make it a factor, the design parameter so that we can give affordable excellence and it comes back to us? Because whatever we give it to people, it comes back to us. And then there is a low cost. And use the local resources, local technologies, because customization is easier. The professor always says, nature is customized, technology standardized. So there's so much of what agreements we have. Can we give one solution for that? And we should have custom down there. I think my future is only daughter. So when we went to the school and asked them, please give your idea, this girl wrote the problem she faces, that how can I working hard? Now she wrote the problem and gave an answer. Kindly make a device where after cleaning, my mother puts under a machine, if it is green light, it's clear, if it is red light, it cleans it. And she is Rajalakshmi of Rajahmundry Government School. She also got an award by President of India 2000. So we have children innovators. We don't treat them as a part of a national knowledge creative assets. 26 crore children in the schools. You were there a few years back. Although very not creative. But as a nation we forget that. But something is being done, I think more has to be done. So TSIC is doing on the children account, on the grassroots account, and on all these things. I hope in the next few years we'll be able to capture so much of creativity. And when I said for Telangana people, the meaning was, the last part is scouting documentation, nurturing, and dissemination is the last one. Dissemination is not information dissemination. Information is not passive dissemination. It is active dissemination where the beneficiary should get the benefit. If there is made or automobile made or here made fresh or here made the cedar, have the rich people or not? Now we are leaving it to the free market economy. And who will do it? He cannot do it, which says that TSIC can help only 10, not 1,000. Then other 9 can use them. Now industries that take only, they say, speak 5 minutes. How will they speak in 5 minutes? They present their case, Indian investors don't come. So what's happening in the process? Dissemination is not taking place. The experience of last, so I'm sure, and I have also been same thing like the professor gave figures also, all have not gone. So what we need to do is, this is the area you have to come out with ideas. If there is a solution, you must treat people very clearly. How do we do this? We all have a responsibility to ensure that our people live happily than what they are living today. And that can be done by existing solutions or make solutions. But don't sleep quietly. Sleep and quietly watch the pain people are facing it. And this is a big problem. We want ideas. Maybe our generation has failed to give a good solution. Your decision should come up for dissemination. Something is being pioneered by TSIC. I hope it works out. But you all open to ideas. Now, I am available to you in Palasujana or anywhere 24 hours. Anybody can come, share your ideas, share your thoughts. Hand holding, we all do because 2 hands there till when they're not there, we can't do it. So please come over, spend time with us, talk to volunteers, talk to innovators, and that's the way we reduce the pains of society. Thank you very much, Shanta, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Brigadier Ganesham Garu, for that talk. And as we move towards the close of today's workshop event, I like a little more of your patience. We have 3 innovators here who would like to come forward and share their story with you in just a minute. They'll just tell you very briefly about what their product was. They'll tell you very briefly about their product, about the journey has been.
నా పేరు రేపల్లి షణ్ముఖరావు, మహబూబాద్ జిల్లా కమల్పేట గ్రామం నాది. నేను గ్రాస్ రూట్ ఇన్నోవేటర్ని. నేను గత 30 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి రైతులకు సంబంధించిన మోటార్లు, ఐఎన్ఎల్ రిపేర్ చేసేవాడిని. ఆ క్రమంలో రైతులు ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నారో నేను చాలా దగ్గరుండి గమనించాను. ఆ గమనించిన భాగంలో నేను వాళ్ళకి సంబంధించి ఒక 4 ఇన్నోవేషన్ చేశాను. అందులో మొదటిది షెడ్ ఫర్ ఫార్మ్ వర్కర్స్ అని ఒకటి చేశాను. అదేంటంటే ఇప్పుడు రైతులకి ఎన్ని మిషన్లు ఉన్నప్పటికైనా సరే తప్పనిసరిగా ఆడవాళ్ళ ఇల్లు వెళ్తే వాళ్ళ వ్యవసాయం పనిచేయరు. కారణం ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు తప్పనిసరిగా ఇప్పుడు మిర్చి ఏరడానికైనా కానీ, పత్తి ఏరడానికైనా కానీ, కూరగాయలు తెంపడానికైనా కానీ, ఏదైనా పని చేయడానికైనా తప్పనిసరిగా ఆడవాళ్ళు కావాలి. కానీ ఇప్పటి ఈ జనరేషన్ వాళ్ళు వ్యవసాయం పోవడానికి ఇష్టపడలేదు. కారణం ఏంటంటే నేను వాళ్ళని అడిగాను, ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలంటే ఎండ పడుతుందని. మరి వాళ్ళకి ఎండ కట్టకుండా ఏడ కనిపిస్తే పనికి వస్తారంటే పనికి వస్తాం. దానికోసం చెప్పిన వాళ్ళకి నేను వాళ్ళు పని చేస్తుంటే వాళ్ళకి నీడ ఉండేలాగా ఒక షెడ్ ఏర్పాటు చేశాను. మరి పని చేసే వాళ్ళు ఒక దగ్గర కూర్చోరు కదా, వాళ్ళతో ముందు పని చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తుంటారు. వాళ్ళతో పాటు ఈ షెడ్ కూడా కలుగుతుంది అనమాట. అంటే ఉదయం నుంచి సాయంత్రం వరకు వాళ్ళు ఎంత దూరం పని చేసుకుంటూ పోతుంటే అంత దూరం వాళ్ళ ఎంతో నీడ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఉదయం నుంచి సాయంత్రం వరకు వాళ్ళ ఎండలో పనిచేయరు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు అలసిపోకుండా ఉండరు, తెల్లారి మళ్ళీ పని చేయడానికి ఇష్టపడతారు. అది ఒకటి చేశాను. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొకటి, పత్తి మిర్చి చేనులలో కలుపు అనేది చాలా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది. దానికి ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే కొన్ని వీడియోస్ వచ్చినాయి. వాటికి 2 చక్రాలు ఉంటాయి. 2 చక్రాలు ఉండటం వల్ల ఆ సాల్ మధ్య నుంచి పోతుంటే అటుపక్క ఇటుపక్క చక్రాలకి చెట్లు పెరిగిన తర్వాత కొమ్మలు తగిలి అవి కొమ్మలు ఎరిగిపోతాయి. దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే కొంత క్రాప్ లాస్ అవుతుంది. అంతేకాకుండా ఉదయం నుంచి సాయంత్రం వరకు ఒక 50-60 కిలోల బరువు ఉన్న మిషన్ని రైతు పట్టుకొని నడిపిస్తూ ఉంటారు సాయంత్రం వరకు ఎండలో. దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే మనిషి పూర్తిగా అలసిపోతాడు. ఒక 60 కిలోల మిషన్ని నడిపేయడానికి మాటలు కాదు కదా, అట్లా అలసిపోతాడు. అదే కాకుండా సాలు చివరికి పోయిన తర్వాత మిషన్ టర్నింగ్ చేయాలి. టర్నింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు దానికి డిఫరెన్షియల్ గేర్ ఉండదు. గేర్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ముందుకు లాక్కపోతుంటుంది. దాన్ని వెనుకకు లాగి పెట్టి టర్నింగ్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఉదయం సాయంత్రం వరకు దాదాపు ఒక 700 సార్లు దాని వెనుక లాగాలి. దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే మనిషి చూడడానికి మీద హెవీ పని పడుతుంది. అదొక ప్రాబ్లం. ఇది కూడా ప్రాబ్లం. 4వ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే టర్నింగ్ తిప్పేటప్పుడు దానికి 2 వీల్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి ఈ లోపల వీళ్ళు ప్రతి చెట్టు తప్పకుండా పోతుంది. ఒకసారి ఒక సైడ్లో 2 టైమ్స్లో. దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే చాలా క్రాప్ లాస్ అవుతుంటుంది. ఈ 4 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్కి ఒకటే మిషన్లో నేను సాల్వ్ చేశాను. ఒకటే వీలు ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి చెట్ల కొమ్మలే తగలదు, చెట్ల కొమ్మలు ఎరిగిపోవు. ఒక ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ అయిపోయింది. ఉదయం నుంచి సాయంత్రం దాకా మనిషి దాన్ని పట్టుకుని నడుపుతాడు కాబట్టి అలసిపోతాడు. కానీ దీని మీద మనిషి కూర్చుంటాడు, రైతు కూర్చుంటాడు కాబట్టి మనిషి అలసిపోడు. 2వ ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ అయిపోయింది. సాలు చివరిలో టర్నింగ్ తిరిగేటప్పుడు దాన్ని వెనక లాగబెట్టి తిప్పాల్సి వస్తుంది కాబట్టి షోల్డర్స్ మీద పెయిన్ ఉంటుంది. దాని మీద మనిషి కూర్చొని మన బైక్ తిప్పుతాడు కాబట్టి షోల్డర్స్ మీద పెయిన్ ఉంటుంది. 4వది 2 చక్రాల నుండి ఒక చెట్టు తొక్కుతుంది కాబట్టి ఒకటే వీలు ఉంటుంది, లోపల చెట్టు తొక్కదు, క్రాప్ లాస్ ఉండదు. 4 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ 4 సొల్యూషన్ చేశాను. ఇది బ్రహ్మాండం సక్సెస్ అయింది. ఇట్లే కాకుండా చిన్న చిన్న ఇన్నోవేషన్ చాలా చేశాను. ఇది నా థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Respected Gupta sir and Ganeshan sir, a very good afternoon. And first of all, thank you for TSIC giving me this opportunity. Myself, I am Samyukta, working as an associate professor in KJRD College of Engineering and Technology. Initially, we have established a center called the Center for Innovation and Social Transformation. So, with this center, actually, as a part of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, we visited nearby villages. So while visiting the villages, we stayed there and we worked with the farmers sometimes. And we majorly in the 5 villages, we identified 3 major problems. For that 3 major problems, we have given the solutions now. We have deployed 2 projects in the villages. Through that, now by this incense stick making machine, 3 families are working on that machine, and surely within 2-3 months the incense sticks are going to be in the market. And while we visited these villages, most of the villages are cultivating rose flowers and chrysanthemum flowers, and these flowers, the farm labor has to go to the field morning 3 o'clock and they has to pluck these flowers, and it has to go to the market before 5 a.m. because they are having the shelf life of the flowers is very low, and they has to send this within the less time, they has to send it to the market. So while plucking, they are having some loss, and even the flowers will not sell on the same day, again the farmer is getting loss. So we have calculated this everything, and approximately for a village it is 1,80,000 per year there is a loss. So for that I have initially started how to convert this waste flowers into some value added products. So initially we tried for mosquito repellents, incense sticks, manual labor, but again the labor cost is more for that. So I have designed a machine. It is already there in the market, incense stick machine. But I have done some modifications with that. The regular existing machine cost, automatic machine cost is 3.5 lakhs, but I did it in 60,000. Still, and the machine, existing machines, I went to some manufacturing companies of incense sticks. The incense sticks machine available, but the cleaning process of that is very hectic. And they are unable to clean on the same day, and again it's a labor work. So because of that, most of the machines are side, they are not using that machines. So I have added a simple trick to the clean of that thing. So it is now it is working. So we have deployed in the Sriram Nagar village. 3 families are working on that. Recently we have given nearby villages of that incense sticks. So in future we are going to market that product. And the second product is there is a cutting, and there are so many leafy vegetable farmers are available. So while cutting that leafy vegetables, they have to bend and they are having knee pains, and the binding is also difficult. So still we are working on that grim reaper and binder. So that is also we have developed. And one more is they are having more leafy and vegetable farmers. So community storage, community cooling chamber we have constructed in the Surangal village. So in this cooling chamber is not a regular fridge type. It uses a natural cooling evaporation process. So every farmer can use this chamber freely. They can keep their vegetables. So it will increase the shelf life up to 1 week. So these three innovations we are deployed in the villages. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు వెల్లె శ్రీనివాస్. నేను ఖమ్మం నుండి వచ్చాను. నేను పుట్టింది పెరిగింది కూడా చిన్న విలేజ్లోనే, పల్లెటూరులో పుట్టాను. అక్కడే పెరిగాను. నాకు యుక్త వయసు వచ్చేంత వరకు కూడా పల్లెటూరులో పెరిగాను. ఎక్కువ ఈ మా విలేజ్లో ఏంటంటే ఎక్కువ ఫార్మర్సే ఉండేవాళ్ళు. అంటే అక్కడ ఎక్కువ వాళ్ళకి వృత్తి కూడా ఎక్కువ ఫార్మర్స్ లేదా కూలీలు వీళ్ళే పనిచేసేవాళ్ళు. నేను చిన్నప్పుడు ఏంటంటే మా తల్లిదండ్రులు కూడా ఫార్మర్ ఫ్యామిలీ కాబట్టి వాళ్ళతో పాటు నేను సైడ్కి వెళ్ళేవాడిని, అంటే పొలం దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళేవాడిని. వాళ్ళకి చిన్న చిన్న పనులు సాయం చేసుకుంటూ చదువుకునేవాడిని. అయితే నేను ఏంటంటే చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి కూడా నాకు ఒక ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ మీద బాగా ఒక ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండేది. నేను ఒక టీవీ మెకానిక్ వారాన్ని నేర్చుకోవాలి అని ఒక చిన్న చిన్న ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ పరికరాల గురించి ప్రయోగాలు చేసుకుంటూ అలా చదువుకుంటాను. నేను వచ్చేసరికి 10th క్లాస్ చదివిన తర్వాత మా ఊళ్ళో స్కూల్ అనేది హై స్కూల్ లేదు, అంటే పక్క స్కూల్లోనే చదువుకునేవాడిని. అయితే వెళ్తుడు అంటే నడుచుకుంటూ వెళ్ళేవాడిని. వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ ఊళ్ళో నుంచి పక్క ఊరికి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ రైతులనే వాళ్ళు బాగా పరిగెత్తుకుంటూ అలసిపోవడం, తర్వాత వాళ్ళు మోటార్ ఆన్ చేసే క్రమంలో కొద్దిగా వాళ్ళు టెన్షన్ ఫీల్ అవ్వడం నేను గమనించేవాడిని. ఒకసారి ఏమైందంటే నేను మా ఊరి నుంచి వేరే ఊరికి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక ఫార్మర్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ మోటార్ని ఆన్ చేసే క్రమంలో అక్కడ చనిపోయి పడి ఉన్నాడు. అయితే చుట్టూ కూడా జనాలు ఉండి చూస్తున్నారు. నేను కూడా వెళ్ళి చూశాను. ఏంటి అంటే ఇట్లా ఎలక్ట్రికల్ మోటార్ ఆన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అతను చనిపోయాడని చెప్పి నాకు విషయం తెలిసింది. అదేంటి ఇదేంటి ఇలా జరిగిందని చెప్పి నేను నాలో కూడా ఒక రకమైన టెన్షన్ మొదలైంది. తర్వాత కొంతకాలం పోయిన తర్వాత కూడా నేను పేపర్లలో న్యూస్ ఛానల్లో కూడా టీవీలలో చూసేవాడిని. ఇలా ఫార్మర్స్ మోటార్ని మాన్యువల్గా ఆన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఇట్లా ఎలక్ట్రిక్ షాక్ సరి చనిపోవడానికి నేను చాలా గమనించేవాడిని. అయితే నేను అప్పటికే ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్లో లెర్నింగ్లో నేర్చుకుంటూ మొదలు పెట్టాను. తర్వాత కొంతకాలానికి నాకు 25 years వచ్చేసరికల్లా నేను ఒక టీవీ మెకానిక్ నేర్చుకున్నాను. ప్లస్ కేబుల్ టెక్నీషియన్ కూడా కొంతకాలం పనిచేశాను. అయితే నేనేమనుకున్నా అంటే ఈ పల్లెటూరులో ఈ రైతులు మాన్యువల్గా స్టార్టర్స్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయడం వల్ల ప్రమాదాలు జరగడం అవుతుంది. వాళ్ళు ప్రతిసారి మోటార్ ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయాలంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి మాన్యువల్గా ఆన్ చేయడం వల్ల వాళ్ళకి ఎంతో వర్క్ హార్డ్ కూడా జరుగుతుంది. కాబట్టి నేను వాళ్ళకు ఉన్నటువంటి సమస్యను ఎంతో కొంత నాకున్న పరిజ్ఞానంతో వాళ్ళకి ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సాల్వ్ చేయాలని ఉద్దేశంతో నేను ఒక ఆలోచన మొదలుపెట్టాను. అదేంటంటే టీవీ రిమోట్ని మనం ఎలాగైతే ఒక రిమోట్ ద్వారా టీవీని ఆన్ చేస్తున్నామో, ఈ ఫార్మర్ కూడా ఒక రిమోట్ ఉపయోగించి తనకు వాడుతున్నటువంటి ఒక మాన్యువల్ మోటార్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుందని ఆలోచించింది. అప్పటి నుంచి నేను ఆ ప్రయోగాలు చేయడం మొదలుపెట్టాను. చివరికి ఏంటంటే ఒక రిమోట్ కంట్రోల్ ద్వారా మోటార్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయడం నేను తయారు చేశాను. అదేంటంటే 1 kilometer దూరం నుంచి కూడా రైతులు తాము మోటార్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఏంటంటే ఈ మోటార్లు ఏంటంటే హై వోల్టేజ్తో పనిచేస్తాయి, అంటే 3 phase కరెంట్తో. దీనివల్ల ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు మాన్యువల్గా వాడటం వల్ల తరచుగా విద్యుత్ ప్రమాదాలు జరుగుతున్నాయి. అంటే దాదాపుగా వచ్చేసి ఏంటంటే మన ఇండియాలో కేవలం విద్యుత్ ప్రమాదాలు ఒక 11,000 మంది రైతులు చనిపోతున్నారు. కేవలం విద్యుత్ ప్రమాదాల ద్వారానే రైతులు కానీ కూలీలు కానీ 11,000 మంది చనిపోతున్నారు. డెవలప్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు నా యొక్క ప్రోడక్ట్ని దాదాపు ఒక 500 members వాడుతున్నారు. వాళ్ళంతా కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నారు. నాకు కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉందండి. అందరికీ
Thanks to all the grassroots innovators for sharing their story. They might seem like very normal, very generic or very not so big things, but the impact that they have on the field and the impact that they make in the lives of the people is truly remarkable. So please give all of them a very big round of applause. They truly deserve it. And as we get to the close of the event today, I would just take 2 minutes to summarize. And at TSIC, we do a lot of scouting for innovation. We are in the culture of building innovation, right? So I just want to share, I'll just take 2 minutes to share an experience, how and why I happened to come to TSIC. It was because of two boys, aged 10 and 9, Saidulu and Ramu. These two boys, okay, I would consider itself a very big privilege for myself that I got to work for the last 2 years of my life down in the district at Peddapalli district. So I was working as a Mahatma Gandhi National Fellow there. So my entire work was getting my hands dirty. So I was in the village, I lived in the village. So there's a small shop there where I used to go buy groceries, okay? Two boys come, and then as I buy groceries, this boy asks me, hey, he wants something. So I thought, yeah, the chocolate, biscuit, something. But he asks me, hey, bhaiya, meko doodh ka packet, anna ko pala packet bone bawal. So this is something very odd. Somebody asking you to buy milk packets. I said, okay, I do my business first, and then I ask the boy. In the meantime, he gathers another friend with him. And then I asked him, what will you do with this milk packet? So I thought he would take it home and maybe do chai, whatever. But he tells me, okay, I am going to make chai out of this and sell it. This is a 9-year-old boy telling me this. Okay, I am surprised, I am spellbound. I wanted to spend a few more minutes with him. And then immediately his friend comes and tells me, hey, bhaiya, why don't you get me that toast, rusk ka packet along with it? I'm like, okay, this is reasonable. He might buy it and eat it for himself. But then he tells me, ask, what would you do with this? And then he tells me, okay, I am going to sell it with this fellow's chai. Right? So it completely put me in a very surprising place. Right? I bought them the both goods that they wanted, and this thought stayed with me for a very long time. I moved out of there. A couple of days later, I see the same two boys. This time it's not me, it's somebody else, and that somebody else happens to be a chai wala. So what he managed to do, he goes to the chai wala. I asked the chai wala later, not the boys. Then he tells me that these boys came to me, they gave me a packet of milk, and they tell me, iska meko chai bana ke de do, I'll give you 5 rupees for that. Right? Lovely. Now he's outsourcing. And then later, I find the boys going and selling this chai at a place that was not very accessible. I mean, not a lot of people had amenities there. So then it made me curious. So then I catch hold of these boys a few days later and I asked them, what did you do with this? So then he tells me, I saw community of few people living there, construction workers, migrant construction workers. They don't have any shop around. So if they wanted to have chai, they had to travel all the way. So what we did, my house is nearby, we made chai, we got rusk, and then somebody like you got a packet for us for free, and then we went and sold it out to them. So each chai 5 rupees. Okay, fine. No, because there are a lot of students from management background here, and a lot of responses we receive have a lot to do with my startup is this, my idea is this. So try and look at it in perspective. He came to me, he found an investor, he found a friend, made networking, then he went to another person, did outsourcing, and then uske baad he's going and selling and making business literally from zero to a point where he's able to take money at 9 years of age. Now, if at all we have a perception in our minds, okay, right? Innovation is always about maybe a device or a solution or something that's handy. But what it taught me that a process can also be innovation. So to put it in Professor Gupta's checklist, innovation has 4 checks: method, material, beneficiary, and service delivery. Now think of these boys' story in that perspective. I think personally for me checks all the 4 of them. And that is the best example of innovation that I have learned on the ground. And I think there's a lot of management principles for also you to carry and think over it. And on that good note, I would like to thank Professor Gupta for coming down all the way to Hyderabad to do this workshop, and Professor Ganeshan for taking out time from his busy schedule, and also for Dr. Shanta. So, please give us a big round of applause. And before we discuss a very small announcement, tomorrow on the account of World Braille Day, Telangana State Innovation Cell is doing an event on Telangana Assistive Technology Summit. It is going to be held at T-Hub So feel free to register, it's open. We have a list of 6 stellar speakers who come from very diverse backgrounds, who have a lot of stories to share despite their abilities or having made big in their lives. So please join us online, or even you can register. The scanner is on there. We've put our scanner there for TSIC as well, right? And second thing is all the representatives of colleges, the college coordinators, can you please come and just check with me here? I have some small thing for you. And anyway, I wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope that all the years to come by will be better than the ones that have gone by. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. All the coordinators from the colleges, can you please gather here for a few moments?